Welcome to the today class. In this class, we are going to discuss on the auto transformers and the three-phase transformers. These topics coming under the fifth unit. The main objective of this unit is the student can able to understand about the auto transformer as well as a three-phase transformers. So initially, we are going to see the syllabus of the fifth unit. The first one is the basic principle operation of the auto transformer. The second one is the three-phase transformer construction. And third topic is the what are the different connections are available in a three-phase transformer, that is star star, star delta, delta star, delta delta and open delta connection. And fourth one is the third harmonic in phase voltage. Fifth one is the on-load and off-load tap changers. Sixth topic is the Scott connection. Scott connection. Now we are going to see the one by one topic. Let me see the basic principle operation of a auto transformer. We are going to see the basic principle operation of auto transformer. This is the single phase auto transformer. This is a single phase auto transformer. This is the knob. By means of this knob, we can rotate so that this auto transformer will give the variable voltage. This auto transformer will give the variable voltage. See here, auto transformer is nothing but a mutual induction. It is also operating on the mutual induction as like a two-winding transformer. The auto transformer, it is some portion of the winding is common to the both primary as well as the secondary. Suppose if you see the inside of this transformer, auto transformer, there is circular core is there. In this manner, circular core is there. On the circular core, the winding is placed. On the circular core, the winding is placed here. So one variable point is there. This is the variable point which is going to touch the winding. From the variable point, this is arm. From this arm, one electrical wire is come outside of the auto transformer. See here, here we are applying the voltage Vs, nothing but input voltage. We are applying the single phase auto transformer. Here we are seeing the single phase auto transformer. Here we are applying the voltage Vs, where Vs equal to Vm sin omega t. Now the voltage across this point and this one, that we are taking as a secondary voltage. This is secondary voltage. Secondary voltage. This is nothing but a primary. Primary. See here, if you see the circuit diagram, only one coil is there. Some portion of the coil is common to the both primary winding as well as secondary winding. Primary winding is nothing but a where we are giving electrical energy to the equipment. The secondary winding is nothing but a from where we are taking the electrical power from the equipment. See in this case, this equipment is nothing but a auto transformer. This equipment is nothing but a right here. So how we are going to define the auto transformer means it is a transformer in which some portion of the winding is common to the both primary and secondary winding. Both primary and secondary winding. See here, this is the magnetic material. It is also laminated to reduce the hysteresis as well as the eddy current loss. So whenever it is laminated, eddy current loss will be reducing. When this material is when this core is made up of with a silicon steel, then hysteresis loss will be reducing. See, it is laminated circular core, laminated circular core. See here, on the laminated circular core, the winding is placed. Some portion of the winding is common to the primary construction of the auto transformer. See here we have seen the single phase auto transformer only. Single phase auto transformer. See, this core is made up with a silicon steel to reduce the hysteresis loss. To reduce the hysteresis. So in this figure, if we observe here, these two terminals are nothing but a secondary terminals. See here from this side, one wire is coming, that is nothing but a input wire, nothing but a primary winding. Primary winding. Okay, now we are going to see the same thing we are representing in a equivalent circuit. How we are going to represent this in equivalent circuit means, see here, we have taken the one coil. Here we have taken the one coil. For this coil, we are giving the sinusoidal voltage. This is the sinusoidal voltage Vs, that we can represent as Vm sin omega t. This terminal you take it as A, this terminal you take it as A. See here, you take the one variable point. Already I have seen the one variable point is there. Between this variable point and here, you keep a one switch as well as I connect a load. This is the load. This is nothing but a switch. This is nothing but a primary winding. See here you take the A, this variable point you take it as B, this you take it as a C. This you take it as a C. The total thing is placed on a magnetic core. This is placed on a circular magnetic core. Circular magnetic core. Okay. See here, now between the AC, nothing but a, where we are giving a voltage, nothing but a, this AC is nothing but a primary winding. Which has a N1 number of turns, the winding between the B and C equal to secondary winding has a N2 number of turns and has a N2. In that manner we have taken N1 is the number of turns in between the AC and N2 is the number of turns between the BC winding. See, initially the switch in off position. Nothing but we are not connected any load across a auto transformer. See here, this portion, this winding is common to both primary as well as the secondary. That's why we are calling it auto transformer. Some portion of the winding is common to the both primary as well as the secondary. Now, the switch is open. We are giving a AC voltage to the primary winding. Whenever you are giving a voltage to the sinusoidal voltage to the primary winding, it is taking a current of I0, nothing but no load current, So when the no load current is flowing through the primary winding, the current will be flowing through the primary winding, the flux will be creating from the primary winding, that is linking with a BC also. See, the total, what is the flux is creating from the AC, the total flux is linking with the again AC, because which is placed on the circular core. See, this is in this manner circular core. On this core only we are keeping the winding here in this manner. See, here we are applying the voltage. Whenever you apply the voltage, the flux is creating, that is flow through the core, that is linking with the own number of turns. So there is a self-induced voltage in the AC coil. But here, the some amount of voltage will be induced in a BC, that you take it as a E2. See how much voltage is induced in BC means, see here, E2 equal to V1 by N1 into N2. This much of voltage will be induced in a secondary winding. It is like a two winding transformer. It is like a two winding. So whenever whatever the voltage induced across the BC, that is available, that is ready to give the power to the load if you close the switch. If you close the switch. So here the switch is open. So in this branch there is no current is flowing. There is no current is flowing. This is nothing but a no load operation of a auto transformer. No load operation of a auto transformer. So whenever we are closing the switch here, whenever you are closing the switch here, now what is the voltage here? This voltage is sending a current in this manner. This current is nothing but a I2, nothing but a secondary current. Secondary current. When the secondary current is flowing in this manner, there is some amount of current will be flowing from the C to B, C to B. So there is a MMF will be created across a BC. Because of that MMF, the flux will be creating, that will be flowing opposite to the primary flux. That is will be opposite to the primary flux. See, that is happen when you are closing the switch. That is happen when closing the switch. So whenever the secondary flux, nothing but a, because of secondary MMF, whatever the flux is creating, that is opposing the main flux, the resultant flux in a core will be decreases. The flux will be decreases. So whenever the flux is decreases, now the primary to maintain the constant flux in a core, now the primary will be taking a extra current, that is nothing but a I2 dash. I2 dash is nothing but a load component of primary current. Load component of the primary current. So whenever this extra current is flowing through the AC winding, whenever the extra current is flowing through the AC winding, nothing but AC winding means between the winding between the A and C, there is a extra MMF will be creating, that will be neutralize the secondary MMF, so that the flux in a transformer is constant. The flux in auto transformer is constant. Flux in core is constant from no load to full load. No load to the full load. This is the operation of auto transformer. This is the operation of a auto transformer. See here, now we are going to see what is the relation between the input voltage to the output voltage. Now here you have taken this voltage, primary voltage, you can take it as V1. Up to here we have taken the source voltage, that we are modifying as a V1. The voltage which is available across the load, that you take as V2. That you take it as a V2. Now, if we neglect this is the ideal transformer, nothing but there is no loss occurs in a transformer. Now the input power equal to the output power. See here, input power is nothing but a V1 I1 cos pi 1. V1 I1 cos pi 1. Here we are writing. Now the input power equal to V1 I1 cos pi 1 equal to output power, whereas output power equal to V2 I2 cos pi 2. V2 I2 cos pi 2. See, whenever the input power is equal to the output power, if we neglect the losses, losses are neglected. So whenever the losses are neglected, the input power, this is the input power, this is equal to output power. This is equal to output power. Okay. Next, if we neglect the voltage drop in a auto transformer, now cos pi 1 equal to cos pi 2. So we have taken this auto transformer, ideal transformer, we have neglected the losses as well as the voltage drop in a auto transformer also. So whenever we neglect the voltage drop in auto transformer, the input power factor equal to output power factor. Now the above equation becomes a V1 I1 equal to V2 I2. Now take the rearrange this equation. V2 by V1 equal to I1 by I2. This is equal to N2 by N1. This is equal to transformer ratio K1. Transformer ratio K1. This is very, very important. It is similar to the two winding transformer only. In two winding transformer also we define the transformer ratio, that is the ratio between the output voltage to the input voltage, that is V2 by V1, that is equal to N2 by N1, that is equal to I1 by I2. I1 by I2. This is similar to the two winding transformer. If you see the classification, the auto transformers are classified into two types. One is single phase auto transformer, another one is the three phase auto transformer. See, auto transformers are classified into two types. One is single phase auto transformer, the second one is the three phase auto transformer. The single phase auto transformer means we are giving a single phase voltage to the auto transformer, whereas the output voltage also the single phase. The output voltage also the single phase. Three phase auto transformer is nothing but we are giving a three phase supply. Nothing but the auto transformer itself has a three windings. Three phase auto transformer means, see here, this is one winding, this is another winding, this is third winding. From each winding, one variable point take outside. See, these are nothing but the secondary side, secondary voltage available. See here, we are giving a supply. If you give supply here, this is nothing but a primary. But in case of single phase auto transformer, only one coil, one winding is there. But in case of three phase auto transformer, three windings are there. Each winding has a variable point. From the variable point, three terminals taken outside. Across those variable point, we are connecting a load. So this is acting as secondary winding. Secondary winding, whereas this one is the primary winding. But in this case, we are giving a three phase supply. We are also taking the three phase supply from the variable point. So that we are calling as a three phase auto transformer. Now here, in a single phase auto transformer, there are two types of there. One is step up auto transformer. The second one is the step down auto transformer. This is step up auto transformer, this is the step down auto transformer. The same manner, in a three phase also, there are two classifications are there. One is step up auto transformer. Second one is the step down. Now what is the step up auto transformer means? It is defined as it is auto transformer in which the secondary voltage will be greater than the primary voltage. Suppose if we take the secondary voltage as a V2, if we take the secondary voltage is a V2, if the V2 is greater than the V1, nothing but a N2 is greater than N1, this is nothing but a step up auto transformer. Step up, we are giving a less voltage in the voltage, so that we are calling as a step up auto transformer. Step down auto transformer, if V2 is less than the V1, nothing but a N2 is less than the N1, then it is nothing but a step down auto transformer. The output voltage will be less than the input voltage, then it is nothing but a step down auto transformer. The same three phase also. Three phase auto transformer, so step up and step down is there. Step up means output voltage is more than the input voltage, whereas the step down auto transformer is nothing but a output voltage will be less than the input voltage. This is possible only when going to see the step up auto transformer. See, in case of step-up auto transformer, this is the winding. Here we are giving the voltage. So wherever we are giving the sinusoidal voltage, nothing but wherever we are giving energy to the auto transformer, that is nothing but a primary winding. See, across these two terminals, see, this is the variable point. Across these 2 points, we are connecting a load, nothing but a secondary winding. Secondary winding. This is secondary winding, this is the primary winding. In case of primary winding, N1 number of turns is there. Secondary nothing but suppose if you keep this variable point here, how many turns are there? This is N2 turns. After seeing the circuit diagram itself, we can say that the secondary winding has a more number of turns when compared to the primary. So secondary voltage is greater than the primary voltage. That's why it is called a step-up auto transformer. Step-up auto transformer. Suppose if you go for if you see the step-down auto transformer, in case of step-down auto transformer, this is total winding. Here we are connecting a source, nothing but it is a primary winding. From this point, we are taking the voltage that is given to the load. A, B, C. The winding between the B and C is nothing but secondary winding. This is the secondary winding. Secondary winding. The winding between the A and C is nothing but a primary winding. Primary winding. So here, in this manner, there are two types of auto transformer there. One is a step-up auto transformer and second one is the step-down auto transformer in a single phase as well as a three-phase auto transformers. Next application where we are going to use this auto transformer means, we are using this auto transformer to start the induction motor. At the time of starting, we should not apply the rated voltage to the induction motor. By means of auto transformer only, we are applying the less voltage to the induction motor so that the motor will be starting. Once the speed of the motor is increases, gradually you are applying the full voltage to the auto transformer. Full voltage to the induction motor, sorry. Next, in transmission line also, they are using a three-phase auto transformer. Suppose here, if you use a transformer which is giving a power to the load, which is giving a power to the, this is the transformer, it is giving a power to the load here. This is the load, it is giving a power. As the load is increases, the terminal voltage will be decreases. The terminal voltage will be decreases. So, by changing the variable point on auto transformer, so that how much voltage is decreasing, that will be compensated by changing the variable point, so that the constant voltage will be applied to the load even though load is increases. The load is increases. Now we are going to see some other applications also there that we are going to see one by one. The circular core, the winding is there. Just now we have discussed everything. This is the primary winding. This is the primary winding. This is the between this point and this point we connect a load, that is nothing but a secondary winding. This variable point that we can vary by means of this variable knob. As we changing this knob, this variable point will be changes. The arm will be move on the winding. The move on the winding. It is a transformer. It is also transformer. It is also operating on a mutual induction principle only. It is a transformer. The part of the winding is common to both primary and secondary winding is nothing but a auto transformer. In case of two winding transformer, two windings electrically isolated, but in case of there is no electrical connection between the primary winding and secondary winding in case of a two winding transformer, but in case of auto transformer, some portion of the winding is common to both primary as well as a secondary winding. The simple arrangement of the step down transformer is shown in the figure. That is step down transformer simple arrangement. N1 is nothing but a number of turns in a primary winding, whereas N2 is nothing but a number of turns in a number of turns in a BC. See here, this is the equivalent circuit. N1 is nothing but the number of turns in a turns between the A and B. N2 is nothing but a number of turns between the B and C. Whenever you are giving the voltage to the primary winding, this flux will be set up. The voltage per turn becomes a V1 by N1, nothing but the total voltage V1, the total number of turns is N1. So the voltage per turn becomes a V1 by N1. Now the voltage available across this one, nothing but N2 turns are there here. Here N1 turns. So V1 by N1 into N2. That is the secondary voltage which is available here. Whenever we are connecting a load here, this voltage will be giving a current to the load in this manner. So whenever the load is connected across the secondary winding, the voltage circulates the current from B to C through the load. So when the current is flowing from B to C, the MMF will be created across the secondary winding, which creates a flux from the secondary winding, which opposes the main flux. So the resultant flux in a core will be decreases. To maintain the constant flux in a transformer, the primary will be taking extra current to neutralize the secondary MMF. So in that manner, the auto transformer will be transforming a power from the primary winding to the secondary winding. Okay. The power across the, so what are the power available across this one? The power available across the AB, that will be transferred to the secondary due to the induction principle. Induction as like a two winding transformer. So what are the power available across the BC? This will be transferred to the load due to the conduction. So the power available, which is available across the current will be flowing from B to C. Okay. Now here already we have seen this one. If we neglect the losses as well as impedance in a transformer, the input power equal to output power, the cos pi 1 equal to cos pi 2. So finally we got the expression V2 by V1 equal to I1 by I2 equal to N2 by N1 equal to K, where K is nothing but a transformer ratio of a auto transformer. The types of auto transformer. So depending upon using of the supply, the auto transformers are classified into two types. One is single phase auto transformer, second one is the three phase auto transformer. Again in the single phase, step down auto transformer is there, and this is the step up auto transformer. Again in three phase, step down auto transformer as well as a step up auto transformer. Step down auto transformer. In this transformer, the output voltage will be less than the input voltage. That's why we are calling as a step down auto transformer. This is the circuit diagram for the step down auto transformer. Step up auto transformer, the secondary voltage is greater than the primary voltage, so that the transformer is nothing but a step up auto transformer. The circuit diagram is shown here. So this is step down auto transformer. This is the step up auto transformer. So one more condition is there here. N1 in this step down auto transformer, N2 is less than the N1, whereas the step up auto transformer, N2 is greater than the N1. Applications of auto transformer. The starting of the induction motor. The second one is used to regulate the voltage of a transmission line. Just now I have explained. It can also use to transform the voltage from primary to the secondary ratio is close to unity. Suppose if you don't want any voltage difference from the primary winding to the secondary winding, then also you can go for the auto transformer, because it has some advantages. It is very cheap, the size also will be lesser, size also will be lesser, because it does not consist in two windings, it has only one winding. So the weight of the auto transformer also lesser when compared to the two winding transformer. It is also cost also will be lesser, but then it is not a it does not provide a purely electrical isolation between the secondary winding to the primary winding, because some portion of the winding is common to the both primary and secondary winding. Here the some portion of the winding is common, some portion of the winding is common, so that here some portion of the winding is common to the both primary winding and secondary winding, so it does not provide any electrical isolation between the primary circuit to the secondary circuit, what we are achieving in a two winding transformer. Summary. So up to here we have discussed about the what is the auto transformer. Auto transformer is nothing but it is basically it is operating in a mutual induction. Some portion of the winding is common to the both primary and secondary winding. Next we have seen how the auto transformer is operated with a no load condition as well as a loaded condition. As the load on the auto transformer increases, nothing but a secondary side, if the load is connected, the secondary current is flowing, the primary also will be taking the more current to compensate the secondary MMF, so that whatever the power is required to the load, that will be taken from the primary only. That will be taken from the primary. The primary winding will be taking a power from the supply. So again we have seen the classifications of auto transformer. There are two types of classifications are there. One is single phase and three phase auto transformer. Again under the single phase and three phase step down as well as step up auto transformers. We have defined already. We have seen the equivalent circuits of a. We have discussed about the equivalent circuit of a step up as well as step down auto transformer. Thank you.